Hello, I'm Helen Moylett, and I'm very aware that we're going through a really bad time at the moment. But I wanted to just talk very briefly about finding some positive in what is a pretty awful situation. Several years ago now, I read a book by somebody called MJ Ryan that is called How to Cope with Change That You Didn't Ask For. And one of the things that stayed with me from that reading were the three C's: challenge, control, and commitment. And I've been thinking about those three C's quite a lot recently in the COVID context. Another couple of C's there. Um, so her ideas are that in any bad situation, we need to look for some challenge. And by that she means, how can we grow from this? What is it that I can find in this situation, which is not what I wanted, it's a change, that actually is going to help me to grow and develop and move on? So, for instance, if you're in a setting and you've got fewer children than you're used to, you might think of the challenge as, well, now that we've got fewer children, I'm spending more time following individual children's interests, possibly not bothering too much about external requirements, either to do with EYFS or reporting or assessment or whatever it might be. How is that helping me to find out more about children's interests and their fascinations? Do I know more about them and their families than I might have done? And what am I going to do with this information? This could be somewhere that makes me question what we've been doing previously. It could be a challenge for when we're all back at work, when lockdown finishes and we have lots of children and transitions, etc., obviously. Is there something in here that is helping me to really sort out what it is that I really believe about pedagogy in the early years? That's just an example. There might be many other things. So, as well as challenge, she talks about control. And we all need control in our lives. I know I certainly do. I like to feel in control of what I'm doing. I like to feel that I have some agency and autonomy, as do all of us. Now, at the moment, we're having to obey instructions, we're having to curtail our lives in all sorts of ways, and other people are telling us what to do. So what is it you can control? What is it that you can make different for yourself? Personally, I decided that I needed to try and bring together my mental and physical health, and I've been doing yoga every morning. Now, that's just a little way of me controlling what's happening to me. There may be lots of other ways. It may not be anything to do with anything physical. It may be about changing your environment. It might be about changing your settings environment. Who knows? But just doing something that makes you feel that you've got a say here and some agency. And the third C is commitment. Now, commitment is about, well, what is this change telling me about what's important to me? And it may be that it's telling you things about children, which is related to the challenge, but also, what are my real values? What do I really believe in? Because we have a lot more time for thinking and reflection at the moment, which is good. So those are just some 3 C's to think about. I hope they're helpful. I hope we can all feel that we have some control about what's happening at the moment. And having said that, perhaps we need to feel that sense of we're doing okay, we're being resilient, because for many children and families that many of you will be working with right now, their levels of resilience and ability to cope may be low because of the circumstances they're in. So all I can say is, if you are involved with children and families who are struggling at the moment, I hope this has been helpful. If you're at home like I am most of the time, I also hope it's been helpful. And hopefully, I look forward to seeing many of you when we're out the other side of all of this. Thanks for listening.